What is up, second cousins, Orlando Magic community? How are you doing? It's us, Court Cousins. I'm Kyle, joined by Jason the Pich, here with you now to talk about Orlando Magic draft pick Tristan da Silva. With the 18th selection, the Orlando Magic select the forward out of Colorado, Tristan da Silva. And Pich, I'm curious, just right off the bat, reaction to this pick. Were you watching? Were you watching live anywhere at this time? No. Pich could not be bothered.
I was updating it on my computer just to see, and it started to get down to like 13, 14. I was kind of just checking to see. I really thought we were going to trade the pick.
Okay.
So I thought that's kind of why I was just looking to see, we're going to pick somebody, because I had no idea who was going to be around at that part in the draft, because it's not worth delving into for me. Like it could be anybody, right? Like
there's a lot of options.
Yeah, especially in that middle range.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people don't have overseas scouts. It doesn't matter. It could be anywhere. It's weird that a guy is coming in. We drafted a guy that's now going to be like what? One of the older players on our team.
Yeah, I think he's like 23.
Like he's 23. Like it confused me at first, because I'm like knowing like we've kind of discussed a bit. Like, yeah, I want more shooting. We need guards. You're talking about you want point guards. I'm kind of also like, hey, we need big men. And then they're just like, give me another wing.
Another wing, baby.
Give me another German wing, bro.
Yeah.
We got to have it. Look at the wingspan on this guy. And I was kind of just like, But, like at pick 18, you're not drafting a starter day one. So it's not like whoever we were going to get there was going to, and there wasn't a balls out center at that spot or like, the perfect answer to a shooting woes. So I felt like our free agency is where we're going to do our damage. So I honestly didn't put much stock in the pick at all. I was just like, we made a pick, and I was like, all right, another German guy. The Wagners are going to love that. It's you guys. Yeah. He's not from Michigan. Love that.
Yeah, I was
going to
say.
Great. Like, cool. So, yeah, I don't really know much about him, but it sounds good. And as long as he mixes in well with the squad, it's always good to have a young, hungry guy willing to prove himself that wants to get bench minutes. I feel like there's going to be a good competition for our bench unit this year. And I'm looking forward to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, like you, I did a little bit more research on the draft, and I did with Jay a little pre-draft conversation, and we didn't even really talk that much about Tristan da Silva because it was projected to not be there. But he and the guy from Tennessee, Dalton Connect, who a lot of Magic fans liked early in the season, similar type of player to Tristan, they fell, both of them, because they were older in years. Like, they were both seniors, I think, coming out. So they fell, and then once Tristan or Connect went pick before the Lakers, I was watching in a bar in Tennessee. They were all pissed off about that, which you would have loved, that Dalton, their Tennessee guy, has to go now play with the Lakers, who they hate. At that point, the manager of the bar I was at, well, who are the Magic going to select? I said Tristan da Silva, because he was there, and he has everything that Weltman wanted. And yeah, I was another wing, don't we have a couple transcendent wings already in Franz and Paulo, and so this is just drafting the backup, but that's okay. And it's good to have these athletic guys. And the press conference piece, you should go check it out if you haven't already. I know that you haven't already. You should go check it out. It had got me a little bit more into Tristan da Silva, the way he was talking. I mean, you should see, Pish, when you watch it, just watch Mosley trying to suck back the shit-eating grin on his face, because he is so excited about this kid, because he's hitting all the talking points that we've been hearing Mosley talk about over the past few years. Attention to the details, just knowing how to own his own growth and development and play smart basketball and be a team player and get motion and movement. And so it was just watching Weltman take a victory lap in the press conference. That honestly got me a little bit more inclined. I mean, we wanted shooting. This kid shoots 40% last year from beyond the arc. That's a lie. 39.5, pretty much, on 5 attempts. Like, that's pretty damn good. And he's, again, like 6'9", with a 6'10" wingspan. a versatile defender. He's really smart as a defender. He's not a guy that you are going to see slipping up or losing his mental on the defensive end. And Pich, you're going to love it, man. I watched some clips and some highlights, and I saw him following his shot. Shot, Pich. Yes. Deserves a round of applause.
He's been coached well. Yeah. I mean, that's why it's tough to predict draft, because like you said, he was expected to be gone by the time he got to us. So obviously, I'm thinking you're right on your prediction was probably a little easier to make, because why is this guy still on the board, right?
Yeah.
But that's what happens to those middle teams every year, is you grab somebody who slipped that you're like, or that no one else seemed to want. And they're usually a pretty talented player. And it sounds like that's what we have here. This guy was first team all Pac-10 in 2023, and then second team in 2024. So he's no joke. Like he can play ball. And yeah, I would like to see, it'd be nice if his hustle and scrap ability makes him the, one of the first guys off the bench to come in for Paulo or Franz, and hopefully not miss much of a beat in what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, he does kind of look like an upgraded Caleb Houston. No slight to Caleb, but just a little bit more athletic, a little bit bigger, more mobile. And it's the Orlando Magic strategy to just assemble and collect as many lanky players, positional size, as you can. That's what Weltman loves to say. Pich, the question this is the
Wingspan assemble.
Exactly, dude. He's trying to it's going to be really interesting to see that fight from the bench now with Anthony Black, who we know is a hell of a defender and a hell of a player. We've got Tristan da Silva now coming off the bench. Who's going to play the big off the bench? It's going to be interesting. We've got real competition, and we're going deep now. And I expect
Jet
this guy.
Howard wants to shoot.
Right.
People
Jet Howard. We just
squad.
forget about him. And where has he been? Is he going to come through? I mean, we got shooting now. We wanted shooting at the beginning of the offseason. We drafted a kid that can shoot. We got an MCP who can shoot. We've got internal development with our shooters. Shooting is now there. It shouldn't be as big of a problem. I expect to see a large leap in this. But, Pich, the burning question I have for you is, what nickname do you like the best so far?
Good.
Yes.
Honestly, this is where I was going next. Because,
okay, good.
Yeah, Franz Wagner has got to be the leader in the clubhouse.
Franz Wagner.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. What are the other nicknames? I haven't heard of the ones.
Da Silva Surfer.
I don't love that one.
Okay, well I think that's all I have so far. Those are the two I've seen.
Well, I'm confused because I don't understand why, if "da" is "the," are you Tristan da Silva? So what is the "da" there, and it's not capitalized? Is that part of his last name, or is that his middle name? Is it going to be Da Silva on the back?
Yes.
And is it going to be lowercase? I don't get that, but that I don't. It must be it's a weird thing.
We need a Portuguese, Brazilian friend, fan in the comments to please hit us up. Man, there is a big Brazilian community too. We follow a couple users that are Brazil Magic fans, and there's a big following now in Germany. So maybe Weltman was just trying to combine these two in Tristan da Silva.
Maybe that's how Tristan da Silva happened in the first place, because what is the connection between Brazil and Germany, to be honest? I was confused when he came up on the stage and I saw him, and then somebody was like, oh, he's German. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. He doesn't look German. His last name doesn't sound German. And they're like, oh, he's Brazilian German. I'm like, there it is.
I'm excited to see what this guy brings. To have another athletic wing, can you see all these guys playing at the same time? I mean, Franz, this kid, and Paulo, all these kind of 6'9", 6'10" wings, add in J.I. there. Can all these guys play together in the same lineup?
As far as I'm concerned, and I know I've said this several times, if you're a guy that plays wing or small forward or whatever the hell position you want to call it, that guy can basically be shooting guard if they're a good enough shooter. So if this guy is really that good a shooter, he could be the shooting guard guy coming off the bench. If Jet Howard's not good enough to go. It's really, I have no idea. Yeah, he's going to have to see how he can do on the pro level. You'd like to think he's not going to take as much time to develop as a younger player like Anthony Black or Jet
Right.
would take because he's 23
Yes.
and because he's played a little longer and played international ball as well, I believe. So, yeah, it's just it's a good problem to have that there's going to be a scrap for who's on the bench, because what we saw in the finals was a team that had depth that very easily got it done over a team that had no depth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
that's what you need.
I think the Magic added that depth piece with Tristan da Silva. Let us know what you think about the pick in the comments, Second Cousins, and make sure you go check out the MCP video if you haven't already. We'll see you soon. Peace. Love you, man. Peace out.
Thanks for coming.